The kindness rules are simple. Ask questions, stay curious, and be kind. These aren't just separate concepts. They are essential parts of how we do our work. In engineering, communication, trust, and teamwork are vital. Without trust, we ask fewer questions, which hides mistakes and creates greater risk. How we treat one another directly impacts how our systems work. Simple rules drive sophisticated behavior. By asking questions, we clarify and challenge. By staying curious, we investigate and learn. And by being kind, we foster inclusion and responsibility. Questions are always welcome here. Whether you need clarification, want to understand a process, or are double-checking safety, remember that nobody is mocked for wanting to understand. Admitting you don't know is a valid starting point. Pretending to understand leads to guesses and potential problems, but asking questions leads to learning, verification, and safety. Uncertainty is useful when we admit it. It is important to challenge ideas without attacking the person behind them. Use phrases that focus on the work, like, "Can we check this assumption?" or "Let's compare results," rather than making personal judgments. Safety is paramount when working with tools and machinery. If something looks wrong, follow the protocol. Notice, stop, ask, verify, and then continue. Speaking up is a kindness that prevents harm. Curiosity is the engine of our learning. Asking why, how, and what if allows us to turn confusion into a productive investigation. Listening and memorizing are just the beginning. Real growth comes from the cycle of thinking, building, testing, observing, and changing. We learn by making our ideas touch reality. You are allowed to be wrong. It is part of the process. A wrong answer doesn't make a bad student, and a failed prototype doesn't make a bad engineer. Try, test, learn, correct, and try again. Correcting yourself when you learn something new is a strength. We call this conscious errata, making a purposeful correction once new evidence arrives. Remember, correction is evidence that learning happened. Being kind to yourself means prioritizing your safety. Wear your gear, follow procedures, and don't take unnecessary risks just to impress others. Safety is kindness made physical. Kindness extends to those around you too. Don't distract others, don't grab tools from their hands, and give them space to work. Your behavior is part of everyone's safety environment. Always listen before you answer. Instead of interrupting to win an argument, listen to understand. You don't have to agree with someone to give them your full attention. Listening is part of technical communication. When offering help, teach rather than take over. Doing everything for someone creates dependence, but teaching them builds their capability. Good help empowers others to grow. Be kind to the space you share. This means returning tools, cleaning your station, reporting any damage, and respecting equipment. Remember, when you finish your work, leave the space ready for the next person. Shared spaces require shared responsibility. Kindness does not mean lowering the standard. Being kind is not about making things easy or avoiding accountability. High standards and kindness belong together through honest, respectful, and accountable work. In conclusion, ask questions, stay curious, and be kind. Silence hides problems. Learning requires looking, and systems affect people. Kindness is part of the work.